Hi everyone, this is me. If I'm a little loud, it's because if you can hear me whispering, it's either because my mom and dad are asleep and it's 4 o'clock in the morning and I can't sleep, so I was going to do a wall pad for you guys. Did you guys like my last one? I can't do part 2 of the other one because I forgot which one I was up to. So I'm gonna try and find another one. So me and you guys can do it together. I'm gonna be whispering because my parents does not know I have a YouTube channel. Don't tell. Plus, leave in the comments, should I do another Bakugo, X-Reader, Deku, Shinso, or Kirishima? Or you can type out anyone. I'm gonna do a Katsuki Bakugo one though. I'm gonna try and find one. Sorry, I'm whispering now. My parents are waking up, so I'm gonna whisper. This one is Katsuki Bakugo X-Reader One Shot. It is written by Katsuki 4. Sorry if I said that name wrong. I hope you enjoy it. This is, I already told you. Well, enjoy. It was break, and you were hanging out with your best friend Todoroki, Deku, Kirishima, and Mina. You were all joking around when Mina gasped and turned to you, raising an eyebrow. You turned your attention towards her. I think Bakugo was looking for you, Yuan, Mina said. You nodded and asked, do you know where he is? Mina thought for a moment before sighing and shaking her head. She turned to the others, hoping they'd know, but they just shook their heads. Well, never mind. I have the same classes as him next, so I can see him then, you said with a smile. All of them smiled back at you and nodded, progressing to talk again. I wonder why he was looking for me, you thought, tapping your chin. You didn't realize, but there was a certain someone glaring at you, right behind the wall. His eyes was like daggers, and postures was stiff, and his posture was stiff. Time skip. After arriving to your lesson, you sat down on your seat, which was next to Todoroki. You liked sitting there because he was one of your best friends, but you preferred to sit next to your boyfriend, Katsuki. Ah, you won, Todoroki greeted, smiling down at you. You smiled at him and said, "Hi, Shelter." You felt like someone was staring at you, and you shivered, but you slowly shook the thought away. Halfway through the lesson, you were asked to get into groups. to come up and say good attacking strategies. Mina, Kirishima, Deku, and Todoroki asked if you would like to be in their group. You smiled and nodded, but glared over at Bakugo. He quickly turned away from you. You were a bit confused as to why he has been ignoring you all morning. Another small time skip. After the lesson had finished, you and Deku were walking next to each other because you both had the same lesson. "Hey, Yuen," Deku said, turning to look at you. "Yes, Deku?" you asked. "What's wrong with you and Bakugo? You two are not usually distant," Deku asked, his green eyes narrowing a bit. You faced forward and sighed. "I don't know. He's been ignoring me, and whenever I try to talk to him, he doesn't listen. I hope he's okay." Deku nodded his head in understanding and replying, "I'm sure he's fine. Maybe he just needs his own space." You look at Deku and answered, "Well, if he does, you could have told me. I'm sure everything will be fine." Deku reassured you with one of his kind smiles. You smiled back at him. A few hours later, you decide to go and talk to your distant boyfriend. All morning and every lesson he would ignore you and glare at you for some strange reason. You couldn't recall doing anything wrong. Bakugo was sitting down on the grass outside, looking angry about something. It was quite empty, so you decided to comfort him. Walking over there, you took a deep breath and stopped in front of him. Bakugo slowly looked up at you, his eyes narrowing. "What do you want?" he asked, his voice as sharp as a knife. You gulped and said, "I want to talk to you." "What is there to talk about?" Bakugo asked, looking away from you. Anger boiled up inside of you as you screamed, What is there to talk about? Are you kidding me, Katsuki? You're telling me that I wouldn't notice how you glare at me and purposely ignore me when I try to talk to you? You thought I wouldn't notice that? Well, I did, and it hurts so much. What did I even do to you? After shouting at your boyfriend, you took a moment to take a few breaths and process what just happened. You didn't mean to say those things, but you were just so angry and confused as why he was acting like this. Bakugo looked up at you with wide eyes. He opened his mouth to say something, but no words had come out. You let your tears block your vision as you whispered, "Nothing. Nothing to say. I see how it is." You turn away and was about to walk back, but a warm hand grabbed your wrist. You look behind you to see Bakugo, his head low and his hand on your wrist tightened. "Don't leave me," he said. Then he dragged you down. You gasped and as he enveloped you in his warmth. You two stayed like that for a while. You on Bakugo's lap. While his head was resting on your shoulder. "The reason why I was glaring at you and ignoring you was because I was jealous. I was jealous of the fact that you ignored me and spent more time with Mina, Kirishima, Deku, and Todoroki. I thought maybe I did something wrong. And that while you were with them, I thought that one of them would steal you away from me. And I'd never be able to get you back. I love you so much to let you go, Yuen. I don't want to lose you. And I just like to say that I'm sorry for acting like such a child when I didn't need to," Bakugo explained, wrapping his arms around your waist tighter. You smiled at his words and said, "I'm sorry too, Bakugo. I didn't mean to shout at you. I was just angry." Bakugo smiled and asked, "May I see your beautiful face?" You blushed and turned away while still on Bakugo's lap. He smiled and stared into your EC orbs. I think that means eyes, I don't know. "I've been waiting to see this," he said, bringing one hand caress your cheek softly. You blushed more as Katsuki giggled. "You're so cute when you blush." "Katsuki, stop." You laughed. Bakugo smiled warmly at you. Bakugo smiled warmly at you and began leaning in closer. For a few moments later, you felt a pair of soft lips being laid on yours. You slowly closed your eyes as Bakugo did the same, still holding you in his warmth and loving embrace. After exchanging a few sweet and meaningful kisses, you and Bakugo smiled at each other and said the same thing. "I love you." "I love you." So that was I think part 1. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry if my voice is a little cracky. Yes, there's another part 2. So the part 1 was called Jealousy. I will probably post more tomorrow because I'm gonna see my cousin and my sister. I'll probably post that as well. And since it's literally 4:24 in the morning, I'm probably gonna be awake still because I have to wake up my dad. I think that's why you heard all the snoring. The things coming out of my throat. Sorry about that. I hope you enjoyed. Put down below what you want to see next. Or if you want a part 2. I'll try and put a poll if you want to see. If you want me to call you my least, please, please, please put it down in the comments. And one more thing. Thank you for all the people who subscribe to me. You guys are really lovely. And if you want a shout out, just put it in the comments. And if you want to know my Instagram, I'll put it, my Instagram and TikTok. I'll put that in the description. Bye, my weebs. Mwah.